episode of Cooking with Buttons. Healthy living, healthy mind, healthy all the time. Yeah. As you can see behind me there, we have a lot of spices. You will not need any of these for the recipe that we're about to show you today. What it is it's a natural, simple dish, and we're going to show you how to do it in a traditional style, but with a healthy twist, okay? The recipe is for pigs in a blanket, okay? That is how it is colloquially known in the verbatim, pigs in a blanket. I'm going to show you a little bit about how to make it healthier and how to do it in a traditional way so that it maintains the same kind of health as the original forefathers, the original chefs of pigs in a blanket would have had it. Okay? So first off, okay, now you might think that making a pigs in a blanket, you're like, hey, I need hot dogs. You don't, okay? Hot dogs are a very questionable meat overall. There are various things in there, raccoons, possums, lots of different stuff that they put in there, and they are tasty. They are very tasty, but we're talking about a health thing here for the young professional, and we want to maintain a certain standard. So what we're going to do, and this is what I think, in the traditional recipes, this is probably more aligned to what they intended originally. Okay, so what we're going to use instead of hot dogs, we're going to use this. Check that out. Okay, and you know what's funny? You know what's crazy? This was cheaper than the hot dogs. Okay, but these are, and let me take you through this because this is going to blow your mind how fantastic. Okay, so first off, Johnsonville, you can see there. Yeah, it's 1945 since they've been making these sausages, and also that you can see that they live in a beautiful house, beautiful grounds, beautiful farm there. Okay, and so it's really nice. And it's a really nice upper scale type of production. And then, okay, now check this out. Pure pork. Now I want you to think about the phrase, pigs in a blanket. What does that imply to you? Pigs, right? Pigs. And they gotta get a blanket. But anyway, we'll get to the blanket later. The pigs, in this case, are pork. Okay? Pork and pigs are the same animal. And in this case, this is pure pork. Okay, pure. Just the derivative pig snow. Nothing but pig. Oh, pig. Okay, so that's great. Now, you check this out. Now, this is gonna really make you salivate. Okay, you're gonna be like, oh, where'd you get these? Okay, now check this out. Farmers double smoked. Farmers double smoked. Now, farms are amazing places where all the natural food comes from, and the farmers themselves double smoked these. They didn't just smoke them, they double smoked them. Okay? They took the smoke, and then they said, yeah, that's pretty smoky, and then they doubled it for just these sausages. And it was all the farmers. And you know what? I think that the farmers are actually robots. So the calculations they can do in a double smoking are probably, but anyway, these are traditional robot farmers. Okay, and they are double smoking this sausage. Now here's another thing. Okay, again, and you've seen this before with some of the products I've highlighted, but look at this. Fully cooked and smoked again. They can't get enough of that smoking. They just love it. They're smoking the crap out of these things. Okay, they're smoking it everywhere. And also, gluten-free, no glutens. Those are terrible. We talked about them. And also, yeah, that's right. It has been by the U.S. Yeah, it's been inspected and passed the Department of Agriculture. So you got like layers and layers of farming going on to this thing, okay? Pure pork, Johnsonville, beautiful house, double smoky. It's amazing, okay? So that's one. You're going to take these, and what are you going to do with them? Okay, you're already thinking I could just eat those the way they are, Buttons. But no, you're not going to do that. Okay, even though it's tempting. You are going to take it to the next level. Now let's go to that. So, yeah, what's what's the blanket gonna be, right? What are we gonna wrap these in? And this is where it gets traditional. This is where it gets the traditional recipe, okay? Something that I don't want you to skimp on this kind of blanket, okay? It's one thing to use hot dogs, and we talked about the sausages, but there's another thing, okay, to skimp on the blanket. The real blanket, the only blanket that you gotta worry about is this one. You see that white winner wrap, okay? And then let me show you something. You know this guy. You know him. That is Pillsbury Doughboy. Okay? Now, he has been at pastry making since 1965. Okay? And he has been eating this and other dough that he's made every single day in every single meal. Okay? Everyone. He just eats it, and he is as healthy as a horse, let me tell you. Okay? Now, because he is actually quite small, like surprisingly small. And generally speaking, individuals who are born with that kind of smallness have a number of all kinds of health problems. But not him. Not him. You know why? Because he eats this special dough that he only knows how to make, and he is stayed jolly and lovely. He's a lovely man. If you ever get to meet, I have not met him. But anyway, he's built an empire of this, but he's not skimped on quality. And what he does, what he brings to pastry is just years of experience and know-how, and there's just nothing else you would want to wrap your pig in. Okay, there's nothing else you want to wrap your pork in. You need just like a Cadillac. Okay, you want this around your sausage. Yes, sir. Okay. And I don't even know how. I mean, they don't even go into it. They're just winner wrap. That's all. Enough said. Enough said. Okay? Pillsbury. Yeah. Pillsbury Doughboy. Mr. Doughboy himself. Now you got your delicious dough ready to roll. Okay? And it comes like that. It just comes in a roll like that. Mr. Pillsbury Doughboy has thought of everything for you. He is already taking care of rolling it out and everything. You just gotta break it up, and there it is. It's ready to go. Now, here's the thing. You want to take your double smoked farmer's sausage special. Hold on. You place it in like that, right there, and then you're gonna roll it up. But then you're gonna say, "Hold on now, Buttons. Hold on. Now, isn't there something that I could do to make this a little healthier? I mean, how is it? This is just 2 ingredients." Well, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, because, as we know, there is a little bit of fattening elements in pastry. Very small, but it's there. And the thing that cancels out fat is more fat. Yeah, it's counterintuitive, and it's a theory that I've been working on, but here's the thing. What happens is the fat gets in your body, and then it's like, "Here I am, I'm going to make you fat." But then what if there's another fat there? And that other fat also wants territory, and they go to war, basically. It's tragic, but it happens inside your body. Okay? So it goes on inside your body, and it's like, okay, so the fat is warring with the fat, and the net result is less fat overall. So, what I want you to do is, you go over here, and what we're going to have, oh, what's that? Cheese! It's cheese. It's actually a provolone. Provolone, which is one of the healthiest cheeses, on top of everything. So you get one of those. Bam! Right on there. Oh, there's just some styrofoam. You don't want that. Now, okay, so then you got the cheese right on there, okay? And then we get the sausage. Bam! Okay, double fat. Fat goes to war. Net result, you get thinner. And there you have it. Delicious, healthy pigs in a blanket, the way that they were meant to be. Traditional, lovely. And you can see there that the double fat is doing its job, leaking out of the health pastry. And yeah, there you go. And you got yourself a delicious healthy meal. And you might say, Buttons, that looks a lot for a single individual. Are you going to eat that all yourself? And I'm going to be like, what are you trying to shame me? Huh? Is that what you are? A food shaming kind of person? Well, anyway, look, I'm not actually going to eat all this myself because you know what? It's Thanksgiving. And on Thanksgiving, and this is one of the reasons I wanted to do a traditional recipe like that, it's Thanksgiving here in Canada, and I wanted to celebrate with somebody else. So I brought over my good friend and fellow food lover Chester, and yeah, I thought we would dine on this together today and tonight. Yeah, how does that sound to you, Chester?
Great.
And Chester, how do you feel about the healthy recipe before you? How do you feel about dining in on a little Thanksgiving health feast here?
Well, I like sausages, and I really like them. And I can see that you've got several sausages here, and then they're wrapped in something that
It's a health blanket there, Chester.
yeah, a health blanket around the sausages. I think I'll eat them. 'Cause I like sausages.
Thanks, Chester. Well, there you have it. From me and Chester, thanks so much for joining us on another episode of Cooking with Jeff Buttons. Healthy living, healthy mind, and happy Thanksgiving to all.